la, hey la, hey la, hip, 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 lunge, la, hey la, hip, 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 la, and lunge, la, hey la, hip, hip, lunge, la, good lunge, good, hey la, hey la, hey, 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 hey la, hey la, hey, hip, hip, la.
Hello, welcome to the Selberg Fencing Academy. I'm Charles Selberg, and today we're going to present for you a videotape on the individual foil lesson, which relates to basic movement and basic skills. The individual lesson is the surest path to refining the more subtle elements of your game. And while the line drills and group instruction are mandatory for good fencing learning process, there is a point in every fencer's career or in every fencer's development where the individual lesson becomes a mandatory experience. You can work individually with each other as students, one student helping another, like partnership training, or you can receive individual instruction from a teacher in your program. Or if there's a fencing master available, you can go out and pay good money to get lessons from that source. But at any rate, the individual lesson becomes a very essential part of developing a fine game. Diana, would you come and help me here? The thing the individual lesson tries to establish, and this is especially with the beginning fencer, is distance. Distance is the thing that's most frequently the problem in fencing, and it's probably the most difficult thing to teach or to approach from a learning point of view. And distance simply means, for the beginner, the ability to maintain what we call normal distance. And normal distance then is defined as the distance from which you're safe. So that this distance, Diana, is a normal distance because I can't lunge out and hit her. This is normal distance. And so Diana now will practice normal distance. This is safe distance. When you have normal distance, it's harder for them to hit you. And Diana now will practice normal distance within the context of this lesson. So if I step forward, she'll step back, maintaining her normal distance. If I step back, she comes forward, always maintaining normal distance, waiting for an opportunity where she might be able to step in and hit from critical distance. Go back a little bit. So at normal distance, the student is thinking, planning, plotting. You might step forward and tap my blade, disrupting, whatever, knowing that at this distance there's a relative degree of safety from attack. The other phase of the lesson is if the instructor steps into, no, don't move now, steps into critical distance. At this distance, you definitely can be hit, and of course the other side of the coin is that you can definitely hit them. If you get within what we call critical distance, or lunging distance, or attack distance, you had better do something or get out of it. So if Diana has nothing in mind to do, she should get back to normal distance where she's safe. If she steps into critical distance, she'd better be prepared to parry and riposte because her adversary can definitely hit from here, or she'd better be prepared to attack and score herself. The one thing you don't want to do is to get within that kind of distance or lunging distance and have nothing in mind. That's the typical beginner who is so busy thinking, what'll I do, what'll I do, what'll I do? They forget about the distance. So the individual lesson can make you sensitive to long distance, medium distance, and short distance, to put it in a nutshell. So at long distance, Diana is, go stay back. At long distance, she's safe. At medium distance, things get a bit tight, somebody can be hit, and at short distance, definitely something is going to be happening here, you see. So the individual lesson is structured to let the student have an opportunity to feel these various distances. And we'll just show you a little bit of this now, isolating the distance factor. And hila, 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 hila. So what we're doing, we're allowing Diana to practice her distance, in which when she hits that moment of critical distance, she will do a direct attack. That's an opportunity for her to score. Come back here and begin, Gar. As you watch the individual lesson, the tape we're about to run, you'll notice that the entire lesson is dealing with this distance problem. Rest. And the techniques that we're dealing with are done within the context of the distance. The distance is the hidden lesson within the lesson. If you walk in some place where an individual lesson is being run by a really competent fencing master, it's easy to miss the fact that they're working on distance and timing more so than on specific technique. Technique is easy to pick up. Distance is not so easy to pick up. And without the individual lesson, it's very difficult to develop a real keen sense of it. So the individual lesson on the most basic level gives you a chance to practice those considerations of distance. The other thing is, for the most basic levels of fencing, is point control. Beginners have large movements automatically. I've never seen a beginner in my life who didn't have movements that were 18 times bigger than was necessary. And in the process of training, the idea is to refine those movements. The individual lesson then gives the beginner a chance to test his or her movements to find out what is big and what isn't big. So come forward here, Diana. And in this situation, I would come into very close distance and give her a chance to feel what a parry feels like. So she would parry here, parry here, parry here, parry here. There we go, parry here, yes. So this is very close distance or reposting distance. And interjecting then technique to go along with that, you see, and la. And would you put your mask on? Do you have a mask? Oh, never mind, we won't need. This is just for demonstration. On there. I'd like to put a disclaimer in at this point. We work without masks because we're demonstrating, and I have to be heard on the microphone over here, and the mask does muffle it. So please don't let me stand as a bad example to anyone by working with the blades without a mask on. I tell anyone at this moment, to protect myself from criticism from others, that never cross blades under any circumstances without wearing a mask. Remember, this is a demonstration. It is not a real lesson at this stage of the game. On here. So Diana doesn't have to wear a mask, okay? So at this distance, we practice parries and reposts. La, la, la. She might step forward and I can take it in, la. Step way forward, la, la. So we're practicing, hey, 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 you know, very close distance technique and getting point on target. From a little broader distance, we'd be practicing, say, attacks. So she might try a beat direct attack, la. She might try a beat disengage attack, la. She might try a feint attack, hey, la. She might try a beat coupe, say backside, la. All of this from lunging distance. I can expand the distance, so she can try a patinando attack, la, or maybe ballester attack, la, or any one of hundreds of actions that we have at our disposal as fencers. Your technique may be different than the kind I teach. No two people teach the same, no two fencers fence the same. But what all fencers have to have is a good sense of distance, a good sense of movement, a good sense of balance, and of course lucid strategy and tactics. The individual lesson has a chance then to help you or to give you a context in which these things can be practiced in a live situation. Many fencers start out with a book in one hand and a foil in the other hand and learn to fence. And, you know, diagram number 14 or whatever it is says cart parries here, number 15 says 6 parries here, da-da-da. And this kind of practice can get to be very static. And as long as you're practicing technique without movement, without distance as a factor, it really becomes kind of an intellectual exercise. It may be a lot of fun, but it isn't going to help you a good deal after a certain point relative to this question of winning fencing, winning your bouts, being in a combative situation. So the individual lesson helps us to manage distance, gives us a context in which technique can be practiced a little bit more realistically, and in general gives us a live learning situation as opposed to a static learning situation. Beginners normally start out in a rather static context. They're taught to be on guard, where the parries are, that sort of thing, but movement can't come in at this stage. The fencer has to be formed in some fashion before the movement can happen. But once you got your fencing legs and you've been out there sparring a bit and you desire to refine and polish your game, get the point on target more often, fewer off-target hits, fewer misses, this sort of thing, then the individual lesson becomes absolutely mandatory to your success. And so, in today's tape, watch this lesson from the point of view of what the instructor is doing, from the point of view of what the student is doing. I would watch the tape and just watch the distance as a specific thing, as a point of observation. You can watch the tape from it as technique is a specific thing. What are the techniques that they're doing there? That's another subject area. You can watch it from the point of view of what the instructor is doing, what the student is doing. There's so many things happening here. And so without further verbiage on my part, I'd like to cut to the tape that we have ready for you and give you a chance to at least see what we consider to be fundamental to very good foil fencing and, better yet, to the learning process so you can become an even better foil fencer. Okay, let's roll, should we? And now just a little bit of handwork on guard. And la, la, and three, la, and three, la. And three, la, and three, la, 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 three, la, three, la, three, la, three, la. Very good. 6 and la. 6 and la. Carte and la. Carte and la. Octave and la. Octave and la. Octave and la. Carte and la. 6 la. Octave et la. Octave et la. Carte la. 6 la. Carte la. And if I could have just a little bit more realism in the carte pairing, it's a little bit shy. And la, la, and la, la, and la, la, and la, hey, la, la, hey, 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 la. Very good. And la, la, and la, la. A little septime. La, and la. Try not to throw the point so wide. And la, la, and la, la, and la, la. High septime. And hey, la. And pairing only. Hey, la, and repose. La, and la, la, and hey, la. High septime. La, la, high septime. La. High septime only. Yeah, and you want that back. High septime and hey, la. So, circle 6. La, and la. La, circle carte. La, la, hey, la, la. Octave. La, hey, septime, hey, la, high septime, la, high septime, la. Now be careful, low septime, high septime, and la, low septime, high septime, la, low septime, and let's have that back a little bit. There's nice septime, and high septime, and la. We'll give you a rest in a minute. And low septime, high septime, and la, 6, la, 6, la, 6, card, hey, la, 6, card, la, 6, card, la, and shake it up. Whee! Hard work. This is all in the name of review and warming up for what's to come. Okay.
I haven't been using this script.
Pull the focus in as tight as you can on me and see if you're getting focus on it.
Yeah, it is.
It is focusing.
At this point, yes.
Is it as close as it can get?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, and on here. And beat direct attack. La, la, hey, parry, and la, la, hey, 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 la, and hey, 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 la, and hey. A little more realism on the card parry. Hey, la, lunge, la, hey, la, lunge. Now, in the lunging position, it's wise to pull the cart back fairly close to your body because on their repost, they're liable to be coming in pretty close, and you want that point to be able to get in line. Do you understand? La, rest. So when you parry with that arm way up in front of you, like most fencers are inclined to do, you're denying yourself a possibility for a repost when the distance gets close. Do you understand? And that's especially true in the lunge. Now, let's work on that a little bit. Retreat, hey, la, hey, la, and hey, la, hey, la, and hey, parry. Now, into line, and hit, la, and hey, la, parry, into line, and la, again, hey, la, parry, into line, and la, again, parry, into line, and then hit. And that's the sequence. Don't try to go in line and hit them at the same time. You just throw your point into the rhubarb if you do. Under. Beat direct. Hey, la, that's right. Yeah. Hey, la. Yeah. Hey, la. So what I'm saying, go back a little bit, is that you've got plenty of time to aim the weapon after any given parry. There's never a time when you can't go into line. And it isn't like we're saying that you go into line and lose a tempo of movement. It's just getting there and in the process of reaching for target. Do you follow what I'm saying? Yeah, so that we don't want you to parry, then go to the line and stop and then try to hit, but to definitely have the alignment as you come out. It's just a matter of an adjustment of your fingers. Under. Circle 6, and la. Circle 6, and la. By disengagement, please. Circle 6, and la. And hey, la. Circle cart. And by disengagement, la. Circle cart by disengagement, la. Retreat, hey, la, and la. Yes. And hey, la, and hey, la, and hey, la, hey, la. And then the distance is close. Hey, la, long distance, and short distance. And hey, la. And hey, la, and hey, la, and hey, la, hey, la. Circle 6, and hey, la, and hey, la, and hey, la, and hey, la, and hey, la. Yes. Ta, and la, ta, hey, 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 la, hey, hey, la, hey, hey, la. Hey, la, hey, la, hey, la, la. Yes. Very good. And la, hey, hey, la, hey, La, and la, and la, and la, la, excellent, excellent. Hey, la with disengagement. Hey, la, hey, la, hey, la, hey, la, la, hey, la, la. It's okay. Hey, la, la, hey, la, la, hey, la, hey, la. Yes. A little bit more, just a little more. And hey, la, la, and hey, la, and hey, la, hey, la, la, hey, la, la, hey, la, hey, la, hey, la, hey, 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 la, 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 hey, la. Shake it up. Whee! Come back down here. Okay, so we've got a little warm up here, exercising the hands, loosening up the fingers, kind of reviewing our basic parries, a little bit of movement, getting the adrenaline pumping a little bit, and now we're ready to start the lesson. Okay? And on here. Advance with beat extension, and you're going to pick this up with a cart disengaged lunge. Hey, lunge. Okay. Now, take the hand back for that parry. Yeah. La. Okay. Take the hand back and la. Okay. Hey, la. That's right. And again. La. 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 I need a real cart parry in there, not something flimsy. And hey, la. Hey, la. And hey, 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 la. That's right. Advance with beat extension. Pick it up with 6. And disengage it, yes. La. And hey, 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 la. And hey, 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 la. Hey, hey, la. Relax. And hey, la, hey, la. And hey, 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 la. La, 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 hey, la, hey, la, hey, la, hey, la. Pick it up. Right away. Right away. Right away. Right away. And rest. Whee! Now you can have a minute. Yes, nobody said it was easy.
That was new.
Yeah. What I'm trying to do is show somewhat the progression of a good lesson where you start out with handwork, just warming up, reviewing the parries, getting a little movement going, you know, and then gradually we're going to start picking up the pace a little bit and add different combinations, right? So I'm throwing things at you that aren't by the number, and you should, if your discipline's right, be able to pick that up, and you do pretty well. Come over here. What is the one big problem you have in the parry reflex? Come forward. That's good.
I'm slowing him down and to pick my spot.
No, your problem is that you like to parry with a straight arm.
Yeah.
And then you have trouble getting your pointed line for your reflex. So what I'm looking for is, you know, for you to come back genuinely for every parry so that you can get the pointed line on close distance to score. And you know, you find yourself many times doing this. And it isn't just you, it's a lot of other people too. On here. Come with beat extension. Pick it up with the second parry, and come. La. Come, hey, la, hey, la, and over here. Now I'm going to ask you to do something that's really difficult because you've got a habit in here that I want to correct. Go in there. Second. Now, see if you can reach out here and doing the disengage over the top and hitting and reaching all with one movement. With one movement. Yeah. Instead of snap the point, go. Do you understand? You're putting in an extra little move in there with every disengage. You do it from your cart parry and you do it from your six parry too. Go under. So say you have it in second, there's no reason why you can't disengage over the arm and hit at the same time. Do you understand? You don't have to do one and then the other. You can do both. Under. The same from cart. You can play cart and that can come around and hit all at the same time. Cart, come around and a la. Cart only. Don't snap the point around. Just very bang. Yes, ready? A la la. The same from six. Parry six. And he la. And he la. Yay. Shake it out.
Now, how does that differ from what you were saying earlier with the pointed line first?
Well, we do. We want the pointed to come into line as you did, but we don't want it to be a separate movement from the repost. What you're doing is pointing line stop and then going again. You're making a division between the pointed line and the actual repost. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So go on guard. So parry cart, you can drop that in line and continue. No, you don't have to stop there. See, go on guard. You can drop it in line and reach all at the same time. And what your habit is, Diana, you come down and you go bang, bang. And what I want you to do is to drop in, reaching, all as one movement. See? We're trying to eliminate a little pause in there. And that's what I call snapping the point. You parry, boom. It costs you a lot of touches. And I'll tell you, if you're interested in this, what the problem is, the disengage, say from cart, is done with the forearm. You understand? And you're trying to do forearm and fingers. And they fight each other. And a lot of people do that. Going there. So advance with the extension. Now take it in cart. And then you're going to disengage, lunge, all at the same time. Hey, la. Come. Hey, hey, la. Yeah. Hey, hey, hey. Hey. Then the point settles down. And hey, 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 la. Hey, 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 la. Hey, la, hey, la, hey, hey, la, hey, la. And bingo. Yeah, very nice. Very nice. On here. Beat extension, set it up, circle six, la and la. And hey, hey, la. And hey, 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 la. And hey, 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 la. Not bad. Come. Hey, second, la, la. And hey, 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 you don't move. That's right. Hey, hey, one. And hey, la, hey, la. Excellent. Come beat extension, cart, and go. La, come beat extension, six, and go. Beat extension, second, and go. La, retreat, hey la, hey la, hey la, hey la. Come beat extension, and high septime, and go.
Direct?
La, yes ma'am. Hey, hey, la, la, and hey, take the arm back a little, and la, and hey, 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 la. And hey, 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 la. Yeah, it's very good. Very good. Do you understand what I'm talking about on that snapping point business?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you made a beautiful correction here. You weren't doing it at any of the parries.
To keep my elbows in.
Yeah, yeah, that helps. It helps relax it a bit. On here. Come engaging in six. And change beat, disengage. Hey, la. Hey, la, la. Hey, la, la. Hey, la, la. Yes, ma'am. Very nice. Come taking it six again, and take it. Hey, 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 la, and hey, hey, la. Come taking cart, hey, and take it, hey, la. That's right. Hey, la, la, and hey, la, la, and hey, la, hey, la, la, and hey, la. Now carry cart, put it in line, and hit la. Come beat extension, la. Now, take it in preem, and hit, la. Come, hey, hey, la. Come, hey, hey, la. And hey, hey, la. That's right. Don't rush too much. Come, hey, la, la. Come, hey, hey, la. Hey, hey, la. Okay. Come beat extension, and take it with prise de fer to the back side. Hey, la, and hey, hey, la, and keep the elbow in, la, that sets the point. Come, keep the elbow in, la. And again, hey, 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 la. Come, and roll the hand, keeping the elbow in, la, excellent. And hey, la, la, la. Don't rush it. Hey, la, hey, la. And the trick on any beat coupe, like cart coupe, which you put the blade up, is what you're doing is to keep the hand very loose. Don't tighten up. If you tighten up, the elbow wants to go out, and the angulation is lost for the hit. See, just hey, bang. It's the more casually you do it, as long as the elbow stays in, the better it works. On guard. Come, hey, 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 la. Come, hey, 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 la. And hey, la, la, la. And hey, la, hey, la. Excellent. Come, hey, this time you take it with the sixth coupe. La. And hey, 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 la. And hey, 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 la. Don't be afraid to come out and hit on this side. Hey, 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 la. Okay, let's work on that a little bit. So I'm here. Come forward a little bit. So come with the beat extension. Now, when you get back to 6, all you've got to do is break the wrist up and go. That's all you have to do. So you're coming back around to 6, the wrist breaks, and bang, you take your shot. It doesn't have to be a lot of arm without a lot of wrist. You understand? It's not this kind of move. Just hey, boom, hey, boom. Let's try this one. Come and beat extension. Circle 6, and the wrist takes over. Bang! I want you to here now, right out of the 6th line. Come, hey, la, la, la. Come, hey, hey, la, la, and the wrist froze more. Don't think about it so much. Just think of beating the wrist back. Under. Come, hey, la, la, la. Come. You can do that all as one movement. Just use the wrist. La. Come. Now, look where my point is. You don't have to go back very far. See. La. Hey, just the wrist will do. La. Come. Hey, hey, la, la. Okay. Now, that 6th take, come forward, is just like the cart take. The cart take is one movement, bang. And the 6th take wants to be one movement, bang. Not 6 and then coupe. You're just going to cut over right through the 6th line. Go in there. Come, hey. So just cut right, and I need a little lunge. Come, hey, hey, la, la. And there, you snap it down, and then you lunge. I need to have that lunge coming out right with the downward motion of the coupe. Ready? Come, hey, la. It doesn't have to be fast as long as it's continuous. La, la. That's right. Hey, 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 la. Yes. Okay, now the repose will be here now. Over here. On here. Come, hey, 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 la. Hey, 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 that's right. Hey, la. No, not at all. Could you feel that?
I can't feel any of
You
it.
can't feel any of it. Okay. Hey, la, hey, la. That's better. Hey, la. That's right. Hey, la. Hey, la. Hey, la. That's very good. Hey, la. Now you're getting it. If we could just now get you to aim the repost over here instead of over here. Hey, la, hey, la. Hey, hey. Come. Hey, la, hey, la. Hitting here, please. Come, hey, 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 la. That's the one I meant. Hey, 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 la. Okay, good. A couple more. You want your rest. Hey, la, hey, la. Hey, 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 la. Hey, 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 la. Hey, 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 la. Come, take the cart. La, la. And hey, la, la, la. 6. Hey, 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 la. Now again, when you coupe, don't think of it as an action you pull back like this on. It's just an action where you lift the point from the hand. It's not pulling back and going now. Remember. Come. 6, la, la. Come. Hey, la, hey, la. Hey, cart. Hey, la. 6, hey, 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 la. Cart. Hey, la. And rest. This is a really good exercise as well as studying technique for loosening the shoulder, loosening the hands, and getting the proper muscles to respond according to what you're doing. The tendency that you have on a coupe is to use your shoulder muscles. You pull back in this fashion, and then it comes out and stops, and then it goes again, see. And as long as the shoulder is being employed for the backward motion of the coupe, you can't do it well. So we're trying to keep the shoulder loose and just bang, 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 bang. Not easy. Nobody said it was easy. Okay. And under. And ballister low high. La. 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 Okay. If I could have just a little angulation on the feet. And la. And la. And again, we want to have the hand just a little lower than the point, and yours is just the opposite. So nothing in a rush. We'll give you the rest in a minute. And la. And la. And la. Yes. And la. And la. And la. And la. And hey la. Yay. Very good. Ballister beat coupe to the backside. Hey la. Hey la. Yeah. Hey la. And hey la. One more. La. Okay, rest. And now we're going to take about a 10-minute break. So if you press the pause button here. So are you recording?
Yes.
Okay. Come, my dear. We are ready to charge on into the world of attacks.
Mask again?
Yeah, we'll need our mask. So what we've done so far, we've warmed the hands up, warmed the feet up a bit, practiced our parries and correct positioning, talked a little bit about technique. It's all review. Nothing that you don't know that we haven't done in this first part. And but it's been mostly related to the hands and the feet, a little warming up, lunging and recovery. And now we're going to work on attack methodology. Okay, just basic ones, and then on to fun stuff. Okay, things that every serious fencer should be able to do. and under. And lunge. Oh, indeed, life is painful. Life is painful. And lunge. And let's have it nice, easy. Relax your shoulders and recover. And lunge and recover. And lunge and parry and recover. Retreat. Hey, la. Now, lunge and hit here. La. Lunge and hit here. La. Lunge and hit here. La. Let's try that again. Lunge and hit here. La. Lunge here. La. Lunge here. La. And lunge here. La. And go back. So we're going to be working on a variety of attacks, some of which are designed to hit to this side of the body, some to this side, and then some to the back side. Then later on we'll do some that hit down the shoulder blades, see? So you have all these different lines of attacks that you practice in the context of overall methodology. Anger. And hey, la, move. Hey, la, you're too close. Hey, la, hey, la. Hey, la, hey, la, hey, la. Hey, la, hey, la. Good. Hey, la, hey, la. And hey, 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 la. Hey, la, hey, la, hey, la. Hey, la, hey, la, hey, la. Hey, la, hey, hey, la. And to the back side. Hey. Ready? Hey, la. Move. You're too close. And over the top to the back side. La. And hey, la. And hey, la. And now over the top and 6 to this side. Hey, la. And hey, la. And hey, la. And hey, la. To the back side. Hey, la. And here. La. And hey, la. And move. Hey, la. Faint. And la. And hey, la. And hey, la. And hey, la. And hey, la. Be careful. Faint. And 1, 2. Hey, la. And hey, la. La. And hey, la. La. And faint. And hey, la. And hey, la. And shake it up a little bit. Whee! And for double, faint, and la, very slow, faint, and hey, la, and faint, and the other way, hey, la, faint, be careful, hey, la, and hey, la, and hey, la, the other way, hey, la, and hey, la, and hey, la, and hey, la, and recover and move, la, la, and shake it up. And under. Balester low high. Hey, la. Balester straight faint. Hey, la. Balester 1, 2. La. Balester 1, 2. And la. Balester straight faint. Hey, la. And hey, la. 1, 2. Hey, la. Low high. Hey, la. And here. And hey, la. Here. Hey, la. And hey, la. Hey, 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 la. Hey, la. 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 Balester low high. Hey, la. Hey, la. Balester straight faint. Hey, la. Straight faint. Hey, la. Again. Hey, la. Hey, la. Yeah. Hey, la. Hey, la. Balester beat 6 disengage. Yeah. Hey, la. Yeah. Hey, la. Balester beat cart disengage. Hey, la. Yeah. Hey, la. Yes. Beat cart disengage, Balester, please. Hey, la. 6 disengage, hey, la. Cart coupe, hey, la. 6 coupe, hey, la, yes. The Lister 6 coupe, la, la, yeah, hey, la. And cart coupe, hey, la, yeah, hey, la, yay. And rest, shake it out a little bit. You'll be sorry.
I am sorry.
Oh, the life of an athlete. This is what it takes to become a great fencer, you see. Hard work, perseverance, and the ability to withstand pain.
I drank that liquid too fast.
Are you feeling pain?
No.
Uh-huh.
Feeling like I drank too fast.
Okay, come to this side. And on good. Now, a little flesh right to here. Just take a step and flesh. Wow, that's right. And here. Hey, la. Here. Hey, la. Try to aim over here now. Yeah. Hey, la. That's a nice shot. That's a nice shot. Yeah, hey, la. Hey, la. Hey, la. And hey, la. Just about. Give it a little more kick. And hey, la. Hey, la. Hey, la. Hey, la. And hey, la. Yay. Not bad. Go back, please. Go back. And hey, la. Hey, la. Go back. Go back. Go back. And hey, la. Come forward then. And hey, la. Hey, la. Hey, la. Hey, la. Now you're cooking. Now you're cooking. Stay back, please. Don't catch up on me like this. We're doing long attacks now. Ready? Hey, la. Hey, la. And hey, la. Hey, la. Hey, la. Hey, la. Yay. Very nice. And hey, la. Hey, la. That's very good. And hey, la. Hey, la. This time it'll be flesh with 1-2 attack. Do it slow. Step on the feint. Hey, la.
You still over here over there?
No. Go in here. So you're stepping with feint here, and keep your supination. More. And then disengage and la. That's right. Once you set the line of an attack, like a flash or lunge, pattern onto whatever, you don't want to change that line radically as you go. Because that throws your point too wide. You follow me? You try to stay pretty much within the line of attack that you initiate. But there are circumstances where you definitely do change it. Yeah, there are many times when you do, but as a basic habit, you should, if you can get away with a simple action, that's what you want to try to do. On guard. We can't always, win with that, but we try to at least. On guard. So hey, ready? Feint 6, disengage card.
Yes, okay.
So you're gonna, hey, la. That's right. That's right. And hey, la. And hey, la. Try to, if you can just keep your hand in supination. You're letting your hand roll down, and that ruins your attack by and large. On guard. Hey, la. Hey, la. And again. again, you lost your supination. Ready? We'll do it slow. Step with the feint, supinate, and stay supinated. That's the one. Then just as you came to the target, you lost the supination. That's why it's bending weird, see? On guard. Let's try it again. Very slow. Step with the feint. Now keep your supination. Ah, yeah, that should bend upwards. Just as though you were lunging. Ready? Hey la, hey la, hey la, hey la. A little more supination on the hit. The beginning is fine, but you're coming out of the very nice supinated action, and then when you disengage, you're rolling your hand.
I'm trying to get my hand around.
No, don't even, there's nothing to get around. I'm going guard. Feint here. I'm parrying, there's nothing to go around. Straight in. Ready? Hey la, hey la, hey la, hey la. That's the one we're after. Perfect, perfect. That had a nice connection. Hey la, hey la. Yes, point is a little high, but not bad. You still got it. Hey la, hey la. That's very nice. That's very nice. Hey la, hey la. You lost your supination a little bit, and that's when the flesh started to crumble on you. I need two good ones with full supination all the way through. Hey la, hey la. There's one. So it's so beautiful how they slip through when you keep your hand proper. Hey la, hey la. Now you're talking. Just a matter of forming the habit. And on guard. Now advance with the bead extension. And now you're going to take the blade and cart, flesh, line. That's right. So set up the flesh with a little initial counter time tempo. Ready? Come. Take line. And a little more supination would help. Come. Hey, hey, la. That's very good. Very good. It's a hey, la. Come, hey. Come, hey. Again, hey, and again. Hey, hey, la. That's right. Come, hey. Hey, hey, la. So you want to get off that beat right away. Ready? And hey, la. Hey, hey, la. That's right. Very nice. Very nice. Hey, 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 la. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah. Hey, hey, la. Very nice. You're getting it. Hey, la. Hey, la. Hey, la. That's right. Pick it up with the counter time. Ready? I want you to step inviting. Hey, la.
Advance or
Just a body. Hey. You want to see? You can get me to stop first. Hey, let it go. You got it. A little more realism in the take would be good. Hey, hey, la. That's very good. That's very good. Hey, hey, la. Okay, rest. And I want to talk about counter time just a little bit. And you know what counter time is? Okay. Well, I'm afraid that ends tape 1. I hope it's been interesting to you. If it is, certainly you'll find a good deal of interesting material in tape 2, which deals with counter time and more advanced fencing methodology. So thanks for bearing with us, and I recommend that you study this tape over many times. You'll see it differently each time you run it, especially as you bring more experience and new experience to the video. At any rate, good fencing and take Take care.